Good Sunday morning. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. And in today's episode, we're going to do a deep dive into some foreign pressings that I have from different countries. That'll be at the end of the show. At the beginning of the show, I'm going to show you what I found this week. And I went to 2 record stores this week. But first off, I'd like to thank all my subscribers out there. You're all wonderful, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Just reached 800 subs, so that is monumental. The little engine that could. I never thought I'd even get to 100, let alone 800. So onward and upward to 1,000. And I hope to be on some people's podcasts soon to show my appreciation and share the wealth of all the music knowledge that I have. So let's get right into the new finds for the week. And I found this week. It's a white label promo of the UK album. And it's really, really nice. But it's on the turntable at the moment. So let me get it for you. Look at there. White label promo. UK's first album with Bill Bruford, Alan Holdsworth, and the rest of the gang. There you go. I never thought I'd own this one. This was kind of like a grail for me. Some people have grails that the albums are worth, $10, $100, $50. And onward and upward. I'm going to grab some records here. So bear with me. Okay. First store that I went to was Dead Wax Records. Dead Wax Records is up in Lenoir, North Carolina, and it's not too far from where I live. And we went up there one day, and the store is really nice. If you get a chance up in that area, you need to check in and see them. Dead Wax Records. I found this 45 there of Cat Stevens, The Hurt. I found a copy of Spirit, The 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. It's a great album. Maybe the only Spirit really album I really need. Cat Stevens, Cat's Cradle. These are some really old tunes. These are way before Morning Has Broken and stuff. This is way back. A copy of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young with the textured cover. It's kind of like Naugahyde or something. Deja Vu, their second album. Well, first album with Young, I guess. Switched on Bob. I couldn't leave him there for $1. But if you find the one where he's sitting down, that's the one that's worth the money. That's what I was telling him at Dead Wax Records. So there is the first haul. That was the first store we went to this week. And then later in the week, we went to Lake James. Lake James is between here and going into Asheville, and there's lots of cool records there at the antique store. It's a Lake James Antique Mall. It's right off of Route 40, and when I was there, I found this one, The Rascals. People Got to Be Free. Pretty cool. Here's their card. I found this here at the Lake James Antique Mall, but wasn't really crazy about it. The sound was terrible on this, but I heard that they've reissued this, so I have to give that a listen. Cat Stevens, Greatest Hits. Found this there for it was like $8 or something like that. And I found out that it is a German pressing. Boy, did this thing sound good. Sounded really nice. I found this there, David Bowie, Starting Point. And this album here is a really early stuff. It's real early stuff. And then I got a few things in the mail, along with that UK. I got the UK in from eBay. But I got the Marillion, and this one here is With Friends at St. David's. This is a live album. I got King Crimson Red. This is the Steven Wilson remix. I had the CD of this already, but I put the CD in my store. Oh, speaking of the store, it's got Discogs, and down below there'll be a link there to go to my store in Discogs at Big Chief Vinyl 57. Yeah, I got this one in the mail with Gentle Giant. A completist on them, Gentle Giant. I still have about 4 to get. This is Giant Steps, the first 5 years. So this is a collection of stuff. Jean-Luc Ponty, Cosmic Messenger on Super Disc. Oh man, this one here sounds really good. You need to check this one out. I've already given it a listen. I've already put my other copy in the store. So the Jean-Luc Ponty, Cosmic Messenger. If you're looking for a copy of this album, it'll be in my store. And it's a great price. All my prices are the lowest. I check, when I put something, I say I put the Jean-Luc Ponty in there. I'll check and see if there's 50 other copies in there. I'll put mine at the lowest price. So there you go. Can't win. Can't lose, I mean. I can't win. Steve Kahn, Eyewitness. Got this in the mail. This is a Japanese with the obi, but this one didn't have the obi, so it was considerably less. This is the hard album to get of his. Steve Kahn is a jazz fusion guitarist. He's played with lots of people like Chick Corea and some other people. And yeah, this is the album to get. This album really sounded good. And it's a Japanese pressing. And what, I got this one in the mail? Yeah, Larry Coryell, Philip Catherine. This is a promo, and doesn't say a promo on the label, but it is a promo. Got a few more here. Larry Coryell, Spaces. This is the OG. I already showed the other ones right here. Here's the re-release of Spaces. And next week's show, we will be adjusting the first jazz fusion records ever. We're gonna rank them down from 1 to 25. And I think I've just about got every one of them now. So that'll be next week's show. So stay tuned for that. If you love jazz fusion, we're gonna take you right to the first album ever that was jazz fusion. First 25. Probably take us up to like Mahavishnu somewhere. This is Brand X Masks, and this is the UK version. And it's got the white stripe over here, the white across the bottom, and it's different from the other copies. There's one that has Brand X in the corner, and then there's a copy where it says it all the way across the top. And I saw this tour in Baltimore, Maryland, without Phil Collins. This is Muralosk Vitros, Infinite Space, Infinite Search. And this is, he played it with, early on with those jazz fusion groups. You know, Larry Coryell and all them people, Chick Corea. And he was a keyboardist. And this is his solo album. And those people are on this album. And I'll be showing you this album in depth next week, because it will be in the top 25. As well as this one, Gary Burton Quartet. This album is called Duster. And this album could be the #1 album, the first album, from what I've been told. We'll get into it next week, but this is the one right here. This one here has got a whole cast of characters in here, and it's the Gary Burton, and it talks about the album in here. It's got Larry Coryell on guitar, Gary Burton on vibes, Steve Swallow on bass, Roy Haynes on drums. So that's the album right there. So then I also found this week, I got this online. This is Fire Ballet. They're an American prog band from the 70s. And I didn't even know they had a 45, but if you ever get a chance to, they had made 2 albums. Fire Ballet did. They're really, really good. If you get a chance, give them a listen. Now let's go ahead and go through those records I told you about at the beginning of the show. These here are some records that are from different countries. Like this one here. This is from Paraguay. This is our Armendo. And it looks like it's been autographed. Indo Sound. Looks like something that Steve Carlson would like. Yeah, I found this one here same day that I found that album that I brought over to Noble Records, the Felt album, which I traded up, and then I ended up getting the Led Zeppelin 2 RL out of the deal, which worked out for me. This band here is from Sweden, and this band is called Fata Morgana, and that's the album. The band's called Ragnarok, and I believe there's another band called Ragnarok. Yeah, so if you get a chance, check that band out. I've been listening to them for a long time. This band here is from Brazil, Sagrado. This one here is the Pink Floyd, and this one here comes from Holland, and it's a white vinyl. This one here is Wish You Were Here. And this album, I believe, is from Yugoslavia. Yeah. Wish You Were Here from Yugoslavia. Pretty cool, huh? Now I got some ones that are from South Korea. Seals and Crofts, Unborn Child. This one here I found recently. Neil Eve Diamond, Moods. These are all from South Korea. This one here, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, their first album. Got that North Korean label, as does this one here. Some of them are blue, some of them are white. Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, featuring Young Girl. This one here looks like it needs to go through the Humming Guru. Graham Nash, Song for Beginners. That's all of those. Oh, this one here is also from Taiwan. This one's from Taiwan. Those were from South Korea. I keep it straight, Art. Moody Blues. This is a 5 LP set. And it's all the records. The first 5 albums. Yeah. That thing's pretty cool. And it got some Japanese press. I have another one coming this week in the mail, but this is Kate Bush on stage, Japanese pressing with the obi. I love the obi. El Baracentro. These guys are Italian. It's jazz fusion. Here's their 2 albums. Really good. Got turned on to these guys by my friend John up north. PFM, Passepartout. This is an Italian band. These are Italian pressings. And this is probably my favorite album of theirs, Chocolate Kings. This is the Italian release. PFM La Soglianete. I'm missing Per Un Amico, so if you have a spare copy of that, you can ship it out to me ASAP if you so desire. That's the one I'm missing. This is their first album, Storia di un Minuto. And the Italian bands, I love Italian prog rock. This is Banco di Terra. I have, this one here is probably my favorite Banco album, Canto di Primavera. And then I'm missing the rest. So I'm missing their first album. I'm missing Darwin and Lo Soglianete, I think. So I'm missing their first 4 albums, I believe. Those are I'd like to have in Italian pressings. Nectar. This is a German Horzu. I'm looking for the Magical Mystery Tour Horzu. I will find one eventually. This is like a best of. Do You Believe in Magic? New Day Dawning. Wings. Cast Your Fate. Cool cover, huh? That's the German Horse Zoo. This is a German Moody Blues. I found Volume 1, The Beginning. I like the obscure. This is a German pressing of a Best of Jethro Tull. So I used to have a bunch of these when I was in the service. And then, of course, I did the Purge, the 90s Purge, the dreadful Purge. This one I found not too long ago at a store, a little small store, not too far from me here. And Taproot manuscript, Neil Diamond. And this is a German pressing. This thing here, talk about something that sounds nice. You know, I love me some early Neil Diamond. So that's all I got to show you. But that was a mouthful and a half. Thanks for joining me today on my 300th show. I did a little short last week that came up as number 300, but this one here is my 300th show. So thank you all for tuning in and watching all this craziness and all these records that I've shown. I have more to show. I'll be out there, you know, what do I always say? I'm out there banging the bushes this week. I'll be looking for some more records to bring to the table to show you fine people out there. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go to a undisclosed place on Wednesday, so I'm going to have some film footage of that. So that'll be pretty cool. I've already taken up 16 minutes of your time. So be good out there and support those troops. And I'll be seeing you next week. North Carolina Vinyl Picker out.